U2, I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, from the Joshua Tree album. One of my favorite U2 albums and one of my favorite songs. This song is in the key of E. It's got your 1-4-5 progression. I'm going to show you the basic chord structures in the first position. As well, we're going to get into some of the different chord arrangements, some open chords, open string chords down the neck as well, just to give you some different alternative arrangements that really can spice up this song and make it really alive, and it can sound like, you know, fairly the same as when The Edge is playing on stage with all of the different effects and delays and so forth that he uses. So we try to mimic that on the acoustic guitar. Anyway, we're going to get to the lesson, but before we do that, please subscribe to my channel. As well, hit that like button and hit the notification bell for latest videos coming up weekly here at my channel at 6-String Guitar. Okay, let's get right to the lesson. Hey, so we're going to have a look at the famous, or one of my favorite U2 songs, Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, on the Joshua Tree album. And this song is not in the original key that it was recorded in. I changed the key. It's originally in the key of D flat or C sharp. Something about it I just didn't really like, and I changed it. I went to the key of E, which gives us some really good options of open chords and so forth, nice full open chords. So, and this is the first time I did this, change the original key of a song that it was originally recorded in. However, I just thought this would be better for a lot of people, and I can show you the open chords. There are 3 chords in the song: an E, an A, and a B or a B7. And we're going to use chords in the different parts of the neck on this song, just to show you, give you a different flavor on the chords, just so it don't make it so boring when you're just playing in the first position your E, A, and B7, or a B, whatever you wish to play. I'm going to be using some suspended chords, like the A suspended and the B suspended as well. It's pretty the same. I'll just show you what I'm doing here, and I will have those chords up on the screen there for you to view, for where you have to put your fingers and so forth. So let's look at the basic chords in the first position. So the very first chord, again, I transposed it in the key of E, and the very first chord is E, of course. The second chord is A, and the next chord is B, or B7, whatever way you want to use it. Now, what I normally do, instead of using the regular A, I use an A suspended. So it's like your regular A, but you just lift off your pinky and you got that. And your B suspended, I usually use it like this. So it's like a B like this, but I'm just doing, it's like a power chord, if you're familiar with power chords. I'm letting these 2 strings ring out underneath, so it goes. So that's in the first position. Now, going back to this shape again, if you wanted to play an E, this is the same shape. You can move it up to the 7th fret. Now you got an E. So you can strum all 6 strings because you got an E up on the top. If you wish, or you want to do, or See how nice and open sounding that is. The next shape you could use, if you're playing in this area, where you can get your A to is right here. Well, of course, the A bar chord is like this. It's like your F shape moved up to the fifth fret. Same shape moved up. But instead of barring everything here, I lift it up and just fret the 6th string of the 5th fret and leave the bottom ones open string, and you're going to strum them all. See how you got that nice open chord. And then if you wanted to play a B, you just keep that shape, you move it up 2 frets to the 7th, then you have your B. Well, it's actually like a B suspended. Beautiful chord. And then you can go back to your E if you wanted to. Now there's another couple of areas you can play as well. You can do it this way, up in the first position. I'm just going to show it. You don't have to do these, but if you want, I'll show it, and I'll put the diagrams up on the screen for you to do it. So right here, you're going to bar off the 5th and 4th string on the 2nd fret. And then you're going to take your pinky and you're going to put it on the 3rd string of the 4th fret. And that will be your E. And you're going to strum all. See how a nice open chord. And then you want to do an A. All you have to do is stay in this shape. Keep your pinky down. Take your index up and move it down just a 1 string. And then you're going to strum 5 strings down. And that'll be your A. And of course, then if you want to go to your B, is the one I just showed earlier. So that's the different chords on the neck that you can use. I'm gonna just give you different variations on how to use them, just to make it sound a little better. Again, you don't have to do that. You can stay up in the first position with your basic chords, but I'm just going to show you that, and you can decide for yourself if you want to experiment with that. Let's get to the strumming pattern. The strumming pattern is a little bit hard to explain, but it kind of goes like that. See if I can count that for you. 1 and 2 fast. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 and 2, 3, 4. And 1 and 2, 3, 4. And 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. And so it's hard to explain, it really is, but you just got to watch it. You can slow down the YouTube player just to see what I'm doing there. Again, it's a little bit more difficult to say and do, where it's kind of a bit of a faster motion there. So let's get into the first verse. I'm going to play it in the first position, and I might do the second verse and just do it in another area for you, just to show what you can do here. So I'm going to do I Have Climbed Highest Mountains. So it comes in with the edge, doing what he does best, with all those effects and so forth. But what we're going to do, where we're playing it solo on an acoustic guitar, we're just going to strum into the E for 2 measures. And then we're going to come in to the first verse. So here we go. I have climbed highest mountains. I have run through the fields, only to be with you. Oh, I just stayed in the first position here, and it's just an E to A, E to A, E to A, and then to a B. So I'm going to try to slow it down. I'm staying in the first position right now. And then I'm going to do another verse. I'm just going to go up the neck and show you another way you can do it. So, starts on me. I have climbed the highest mountains he. I have run through the fields only to be with you. Only to be with you. I have run underneath, I have crawled underneath, all day I have scaled on the walls, these city walls, these city walls, only to be with you. So my mistake, there is no B in there on the verse. Sorry, it's just from an A to an E, from an A to an E, from an A to an E. So that's what the first verse is, and it goes from an A to an E, from an A. Sorry, it's been a long day. From an E to an A, from an E to an A, from an E to an A. So I'm just going to do it again. I'm just going to play it in without singing, and then we're going to move on to the chorus. So again, here's the edge doing 2, and then I will just say I have run, so you know where you're 2, and then you can kind of just sing along in your head or whatever. What works best for you. So I have run through the mountains. That's the first verse. We're going to get into the chorus, and how I would play the chorus is not in the open position with the open chords that I showed for the verse. I would play it up the neck just to give it that more fuller sound. And the chorus starts off on the B, then it goes to an A, and then to an E, then it repeats again to a B, to an A, to an E, and then you can put in that suspended 4th E chord, which I showed you in the beginning, and we'll just do it. So I wouldn't play the B up here, that full open chord there, or you could play it here, or here, the regular B, but I really think this is the best spot to play it here, then go back to your A, and then to your E here. So I'm just going to sing it, and we're going to break it down. Here we go. But still haven't found what I'm looking for. But still haven't found what I'm looking for. So if you notice, really easy. It seems to really add a nice flavor, a nice fullness to the song. So we'll just try it again. So we're here on this B, and these strings are open. These strings are open, and then you're going to an E. It's basically the same shape as your E, really, if you want to look at it. That's all, you're just adding that note here. There's your E shape. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. So it really adds a lot. So we're going to start off on the B. But I still haven't found, hey, what what I'm looking for, E, and then the suspended 4 comes in with the pinky, goes. And it goes back again, but I still be haven't found, hey, what I'm looking for. Suspended 4. Just goes around twice like that. You don't have to do it that way. You could stay up here in the first position, but it really sounds really nice and opened if you wanted to do it that way, right? You can do it here as well. I'll show it here. But again, I just like it in these open chords. I could do it here, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Spin it, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Spin it. So if you wanted to do it that way, you can. My recommendation would be to come up here. Now, we're going to go on. We're going to go on to another verse, and instead of playing it up here in your basic E shape, I'm going to show you down here. The E that I've done, that I've showed you, is like a B here, moved up to the 7th fret, and you're going to strum. See how nice and open that is. And then we're going to use the A and the B. Well, we're going to use the A, the E there, and the A in the chorus that we used. It really sounds really nice and open. So then when you get to the second verse, this is how I would do it, just to change it up. So I have kissed A on her lips, feel on her hearing, fingertips, here's the A, just burn like fire, just burning desire. I spoke the tongue of the loosened angels, held me the hand of the devil on my shame. Yes, I'm still wondering. Then you want to do the chorus, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. And you're back into the chorus. Very easy, right? So I'm just gonna do that again. So you're going E and A. E and A. In those open positions, with the high strings ringing out. Sounds absolutely fantastic on this song. So I have kissed E on her lips, felt the healing fingertips, just burn like desire. A, just burning desire. E, I spoke the tongue of angels, held by the hand of the devil all my life. I was cold as stone. And it goes, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. And you got the jits of it. I didn't do the words proper there, as I wasn't making it flow. The third verse, again, and within the second and the third verses after the chorus there, it's kind of like an interlude or just like a little little instrumental there, and it just goes E, spin it, goes into the third verse. And I normally don't do all verses the songs, but I just want to give you a different flavor of the chords you could do in this song. It makes it sound so wonderful. It's a wonderful song anyway, with, you know, all the edges, effects, and his guitar tricks, and he's just a magician at it. So you're going from an E suspended 4E to an A and back in the interlude, or if you want to call it an instrumental in between, and then it comes into the third verse, I believe in kingdom come. So I would do it. You could go back and do it back here again, and you can do it all in the first position. It really doesn't matter, but I just wanted to give you some different ways to do it. So how I would do, you know, another verse, and again you could do the second verse like this or whatever, but I'm just showing you the different things you can do. So I'm going to do the E this way. So I believe in kingdom come, right? So I believe kingdom come, and all its colors bleed into one, hey. Yes, I'm still running in. You broke the bonds of the loose the chains, carry the cross of my shame, hey, of my shame. No, I believe in. And it goes back to the chorus, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. And then there's a tag at the end. So I kind of messed up the chord there, but you do get what I'm doing. You can also, if you wanted to stay in that position, you could have stayed here where you're playing the chords up here. But I still haven't found, right here, what I'm looking for. Or, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. And then there's a couple of tags at the end where you end it up. But I still haven't found, hey, what I'm looking for. Once more on a beat. But I still haven't found, hey, what I'm looking for. So that is Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For by U2. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Just gave you some ideas how to play outside the first position. You can do it if you like. If you don't want to, you certainly can. You don't have to. But I would suggest once you master it here, then you learn it down in the different areas on the neck, just the different inversions of the chords, giving you that open sound. It sounds fantastic in this song. Anyway, until next time, please subscribe to my channel, 6-String Guitar. Hit that like button and hit that notification button for any future videos that I will be posting on a weekly basis. Until next time, keep picking and have fun.